Hello, 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 and welcome to 20 Years with a Narcissist. I'm your host, Shakira, and I would like to start with words of affirmations. You are whole, you are complete, you are enough, you are strong, you are brave, you are resilient, you are guided, you are protected, and you are safe. And this here is a safe space. We're going to continue with episode 8, part 2 of common patterns of trauma bonded relationships. We're going to jump right in at number 6. Becoming a one-stop supply shop for the narcissist. And that is exactly what I was for mine. Okay? I pretty much was his main source of supply. So much so that he actually said to me that I had a spell on him of some sort. It's like you got a spell on me or something. Like what? I have a spell on you? Like isn't that the other way around? Because somebody explained to me why I allowed myself to spend 20 years with this human being. Or being rather, because y'all know how I feel about calling them humans. I'm sorry. It's just really hard because, you know, once you pass a certain threshold of hurting someone to the degree that narcissists do, it's hard to call you human. But any hoot, yes, he absolutely was, the reason why I questioned everything about myself because it was like, what's happening? What is going on? But as I look back in hindsight, I realized, you know, what he probably didn't even understand why he was like a magnet to me, and I just kept drawing. It was like he was drawn back to me over and over. Like even when he would flip the switch, and it would be like, look, I don't love you no more. I don't like you no more. I don't want to be with you anymore. And or I just like her and I'm feeling her and I want to see what's up with her. So I'm gonna be over here. So yeah, sit over there for a minute or let me put you up on the shelf. I'll be back to play with you. We just gonna take a break. Cause I must say, until the last time, he never really spoke in a way that severed the tie. It wasn't like, I'm done with you. I never want to be with you again. It was never that, right? It was always like, let's just take a break. Or it was him bringing me a STD or having a baby on me or a girl calling my phone telling me that they've been dealing with each other for X amount of years or months or whatever. That would make me be like, okay, I'm done. And I was just telling somebody the other day, like, every time I departed from him, broke up with him, um, in my mind, I was done. In my mind, Shakira was 100% done with that man. But unbeknownst to me, I was not. Not quite, right? Number 7, hiding, pushing down, or turning off your own feelings. Um, so, story time. I have, someone that I'm close with, right? And she's married to a narcissist. And she, things got so toxic between them, especially in the sex department, that she literally chose to turn that part of herself off. Like literally, like I don't even care anymore. I don't even want to anymore. I'm good. You know, if we backtrack a little bit, um, just something as simple as expressing her feelings to him, he would find a way to make her feel horrible about that. He was very good at, turning it all the way around on her. Well, I feel like this about this, or, you did this and it made me feel like that, and I just really don't know about us anymore. It really makes me question the entire relationship, right? And he brought up, you know, Well, I heard you on the phone with your friend like a year or two ago, and you said you wanted to see your male friend's penis. Wait, what? Are you serious? And somebody who's not under the thumb of a narcissist would be like, what? Boy, you're mad. You're crazy. You're out of your mind. And all you're trying to do is flip the script and guilt trip me and make me feel some type of way about something that I know ain't true. But unfortunately, she's under the thumb of a narcissist. So when he said that to her, she went in full-blown defense mode. I mean, called up the friend that she was talking to about the male friend to confirm her own reality of the fact that she did not mention anything about wanting to see this male friend's penis. There's no way. And the fact that you think that bothers me is pretty much how she felt. So it was like, no, I need you to unthink that. Take it back. Take it back right now. Like, that was the defense. Not knowing she's being toyed with by a narcissist. He's like, look, she ain't even thinking about what she had originally called me for. She don't even care about that no more. Now she gonna go on full-blown defense of my attack. Because, yeah, I just came for you. Yes, I sure did. And whether it's true or not, it got you distracted enough to leave me alone about the nonsense you was talking about. It surely did that. Worked like a charm. So she realized, dang, I can't even tell this man how I feel. So she shut those down and said, I'm just not going to talk about anything anymore. At least not anything with substance. We can talk surface level. Oh, babe, how was your day? Oh, did you eat? Oh, okay. How was school? How was work? How was... Oh, the kids are great. Yes. I cooked. I made you some food you want to eat. Just surface level, regular routine things. But real, genuine, deep feelings? Nope. Not going to talk about them anymore. Literally turned them off. And I just felt like that was the most unhealthy thing on the planet. Because I want to say within my narcissistic relationship that I never turned my feelings off. The most I can say I did was dialed everything down. Because Shakira is full of energy. I am full of life. I am rambunctious. I am hyperactive. The words that I used to describe, I'm a hype Joe ass bitch. Minus the bitch, because I know I am not a female dog. So I no longer call myself that. But that is how I used to describe myself. And it's like, look, take it or leave it. You know what I'm saying? This is me and this is who I am. I'm not going to, dial myself down or, douse me out, not even a tiny bit anymore. You know what I'm saying? So within that relationship, yes, I dimmed my light because my light is bright, baby. Shine bright like a diamond. Absolutely. My light is bright. It's blinding, which is why I'm such an easy target for the narcissist. They see me from a mile away like, oh, come here. You're a great source of supply. I am going to get a lot out of you. But I know better now. So I'm going to withhold and hold. I'm gonna hold on to some of me. I can't just give myself so freely and willingly anymore because unfortunately I get used and abused. And I refuse to ever allow myself to be used and abused by any other human or being on this planet. I'm just not doing it. Which is why I had to cut off my relationships with my friends. I had to fall back from my own blood relatives. I love all those friends and my relatives. I love them dearly. I have not lost not 1 ounce of love for any of them. I just have to, if I'm still dealing with you at all, I gotta feed you with a long handled spoon. I can't be in your aura, in your space and place, and I can't really allow you in mine because you contaminated. I'm so sorry to say it like that, but that's what it had become. And it's like I can't fully be myself around these people because of how they are set up. So I have to separate myself from these type of people and vibrate on a frequency where I attract those who are of like kind, of like mind, of like energy, if that makes sense. So it's really sad, those who are in these narcissistic relationships who literally suppress themselves for this narc. Walk on eggshells. Don't know, don't want to say the wrong thing. Don't want to irritate them, upset them, piss them off in no way, shape, or form. I'm gonna have to put that on the shirt. No way, shape, or form, okay? They just won't do it. So they literally stop talking. So of course, once the conversation came to a minimum, it's like, okay, make love to me. But you won't even keep an erection. Hold up. Now you're questioning yourself again. Am I unattractive? Do I not look good to you anymore? Do I not look good at all anymore? Not even just to you, but period. You know what I'm saying? You start to turn inward to try to figure out what's happening outward. And it's like, it's not you. It is not you. A book that I'm currently reading by Dr. Ramani DeRosa, by the way. Love me some her. I pray I can collab with her. One of these days, I'm going to speak that into existence. I'm going to manifest it. I'm going to pray about it. Yes, I am. Because the 10 common patterns of trauma bonded relationships I got from her. I pray I'm not doing any type of plagiarism by repeating them and then giving my example or my part of my story to go along with the pattern that she named. But that's one of my main sources of narcissist information. Let's continue. Number 8. Making excuses, aka rationalizing the narc shit to others or hiding the toxic patterns. So if you think about abused victims, right? Abused victims, the ones that show up to the family gatherings with a black eye, and you sitting over there looking across the table like, well, what happened to her eye? Like, and what they say was a common thing that you hear the abused victims say. Oh, I tripped and fell into a wall. You did what now? I'm sorry to laugh. I don't even mean to chuckle because there's nothing funny about it. When you are sitting here watching your relative battered, it does something to you. There's this sunken feeling of, oh my God, he beating her up. And sometimes the shoe was on the other foot. She beating him up. Or now we have same-sex couples and marriages. She beating her up. And it's like you can't wait to get them alone and by themselves so that you can ask them, like, what's going on? What's happening? And don't you lie to me, because I'm not dumb. You know what I'm saying? But at the table in front of all the family, you're, oh no, I heard, just being a klutz. You hide it. You hide the abuse. And that's on a more extreme level with the physical violence. But then you have the ones where, well, why we ain't see you at the funeral? Oh, well, one of the kids had got sick. And I ain't want to bring them germs around. So I was just like, let me just stay home and nurse them back to health or whatever the case. Knowing darn well your narc says you ain't going nowhere. They did already. What you need to go for? And don't be Muslim. Don't be a Muslim female, because we're not supposed to be at the grave sites anyway. So it's a perfect reason for the narc to be like, you're not going nowhere. Women ain't supposed to be there. Keep your tail home. How can you argue with it? There's no arguing there. You have to submit to your mate and do what they say. So that's what you do. But you want to save face in front of your friends and family. You don't want to tell them that. So you're just going to be like, well, you're going to make something up. Like the kid being sick. Even though that wasn't the case at all. Number 9, feeling pity or shame and guilt for having bad thoughts about the relationship. It's like, you've already taken everything that I have. What else do you want from me? I literally, like, that is verbatim what one of my relatives said while borderline tears. You already took everything from me. What else do you want from me? What else do you want? Do you know what that does to somebody listening? Somebody that loves and cares about this person? I just want to pick you up and hold you. Come here. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry that you're going through this. But it didn't happen overnight, unfortunately. This is years of verbal, emotional, mental, spiritual abuse. You have literally been going to war internally because of this narcissist that you have been strapped to like a seatbelt for decades. He had time to penetrate and literally erode you from the inside out. To now, I feel like my relative is just like a hollow shell of a person. You're so lost that you don't even know who you are anymore. You don't know how to function, to the point that you're not even washing up. You got a bad odor. You ain't been to the doctors in months, maybe years. And of course, the narc uses this against you. Ew, you stink. Get away from me. Like, I don't want to touch you. I don't want to touch that. Why I smell like that down there? Like, what the? Probably realizing and or not really realizing that it's your fault. You deteriorated her whole being so much so that she does not even have or need, want, or desire to take care of her own self. Keep hearing that you in relationships or living and staying with other females, gaslighting and manipulating the mess out of her. Deleting stuff out of her phone, hiding the phone from her for days so she can't call and see where he at, what he doing. Just insane how these beings move. It's just insane how they're able to take over someone in this manner. Like, I've never been so thankful to be discarded by someone in my life. Thank you. Because like I said previously, I wasn't the one that ended the relationship. At the very end, it was him. Why? Because I finally chose to pull a him on him. Oh, so you think you're the only one that could go and be with somebody else? I'm just not a hoe. Like, I don't want to just give up my goods to any and everybody or whatever the case. So I was holding close and I was holding tight and I was holding on to my marriage and trying to make sure I please God. So I'm not going that route. You got night, what? We're not doing that. We're not doing that. But you literally forced my hand. We got divorced. That I did, implicate. That was me. Of course, it was another STD again. Although he was the one that kept speaking of it and made it where it was like, okay, you're not going to ask me, maybe we should take a break. Maybe we should just, separate because we're married. So maybe we should separate for a while. That was the word. We're married, so we're going to separate. Okay, you already said it twice. I'm not going to wait for a third time. Let's go ahead and do that. No, let's go ahead and get divorced. There's no separation. We're going to go ahead and be done with this. That's what we're going to do, okay? So, that was on me. But it's just like, oh my goodness. The things that you hide, the pity, the guilt, the shame of being in a relationship with a narcissist and trying to hide their abuse from those that love and care about you, it wears you out to the ground. It's like a full-time job. It's like a whole full-time job. You hear me? Oh no, I can't come because you got to keep up with the lies. Oh wait, I thought you said you couldn't come because of XYZ. Oh, did I? Oh, my bad. Yeah, that was the reason. Yeah, that was it. I'm tripping. I be tripping sometimes. I be forgetting stuff. My bad. Got the eyebrows raised at you. Like, are you sure? You know what I'm saying? So it's a sad situation. Number 10, last but not least, fearing conflict. The behavior of a narcissist, or, that narcissistic behavior is really what causes the fear. From the invalidating to the grandiosity to the entitlement, it offsets the emptiness, that hole inside of them, that insecurity. It gives them a sense of power and control. That is literally why the physical abusers, the malignant narcs, the ones that are one step away from a psychopath, because every little thing that you do or anything that you do that offsets them makes them want to beat the crap out of you. You're not going to listen. You're not going to obey. You're not going to bow down. You're not going to pour into me and make me feel grandiose. You're going to take that entitlement that I know I'm owed away from me. In any sense of the word, I'm going to fuck you up. Straight like that. Straight like that. And who going to check me? And who going to stop me? My narc used to tell me, go get your dad. Even though he didn't physically harm me. Like I said, it was like twice in the whole relationship that he actually put his hands on me. But all the time he was like, go get your dad. Go get him. Like, bruh, you don't want me to go get my dad because you're not going to make it past this day. Go enjoy your day then, because this is going to be the last day you'll be here alive on earth. What are we talking about? And I got kids with you, so I'm not going to call my dad and tell him this nonsense because I don't want you to die. Plain and simple as that. Okay? And I have more than one dad. And they both crazy. And they both will do what any real dad who's going to protect their child against a predator would do. I'm just saying. So I didn't want that for him. So I never did that. But, they flip back and forth from that invalidating and the grandiosity and all of that to charming and charismatic and even empathetic whenever they feel secure or validated. So, for example, one of my narcs had, achieved an accomplishment, a goal where, it was like, oh, I passed my test, or whatever it may be that was elating, that was good. So now you have all these people pouring, oh, congratulations. Oh my goodness, you did good. We knew you was going to slay. We knew you was going to do it. You know what I'm saying? We knew it. The ego boost that provides for just for a second, that hole is filled up. just for a little while. That emptiness is filled, it's satisfied. So it's like, oh, I can be what seems like a normal human being right now. I can smile. I can be, oh, I'll hold the door open for you. Yeah. Oh, you thirsty? Let me get you something to drink out the vending machine. Oh, you know what I'm saying? What you want to do today? You hungry? Let's get something to eat. No, I'll pay for it. I got it. You looking at him like, what? What's going on? And that's the part that you fall in love with. That's the part that they show in the beginning. That's the part of the love bombing. But when they can't keep the, because the mask can only stay on but for so long. And it doesn't, sometimes it comes completely off, and sometimes it slips. The mask starts to slip. And when you start to see it and call them out on it, that's when the mask comes off. And you get to see the full-blown version of the person that they've been hiding since they met you. But needing that validation and, you know, having that entitlement to be poured into in a positive, loving, caring, amazing way, because they need that so bad, they have to put the mask back on to be nice enough, long enough for you to pour back into them. Because when they're a full-blown asshole, you're like, oh, you, I'm going to be over here. I'm not talking to you. I don't care. You know, you don't want nothing to do with them. Get out my face. You giving them the silent treatment. You leaving, going to a relative's house. I'll be back when I get back. And they sitting there missing you like, oh, snap, I done messed up. All right, hold up. Let me be nice real quick. Let me be nice. Let me say something nice. Let me do something nice. Let me do a grand gesture. I got you some flowers, honey. You like them? Are they pretty? They smell good? Yeah. Come back. Come here. Sit here. Come on. Love up on me now. Give me that. Fulfill that hole. Make me feel satisfied, and I'll stay nice for a little bit. But unfortunately, it's like pouring into a cup with holes. So even when you fill it all the way up, eventually it seeps right on out. Slowly but surely. Some holes is bigger than others, so it might seep out faster than others. Remember, there's levels to this narcissism. So depending on what level that they're on, depending on the childhood trauma that they received that cultivated them into the narc that they are, will determine how fast or slow that cup will empty. And once it's empty again, then you'll get the full-blown narc. The mask comes off, and you're going to be invalidated. You're going to be disrespected. They're going to do something to hurt you to your core. They will, with a smile. You know, not a care in the world. Oh well. And who's going to check me? And what you going to do about it? That's what I thought. And because all narcissists believe that whoever they're with are expendable anyway, if you do decide that you're going to leave, unless you're a malignant narc, bye. I'll just replace you. There's a whole bunch of yous out here. I'm above all of y'all anyway. Peasants, I can go get me another one. Like, come on, what we talking about? You know what I'm saying? I just really want to help as many people as I can not enter, navigate through, or get out of these kind of relationships. They are toxic to the body. We are not meant to live in fight or flight every day. And reasoning it away and blaming it on some other part of your life, like your finances. Oh, my finances ain't right. That's the only reason why I'm living in fight or flight. My back hurt, my neck hurt, my this hurt. No, you're being broken down to the finest matter by a narcissist. That's what's happening. and internal warfare is happening because your heart is telling you you love him, but your mind is like, yo, what's happening? Why he talking to me like that? Why he treating me like that? Why is he not loving up on me the way he did in the beginning? Why do he keep bringing other women into our relationship? Why do he keep talking about other women to me as if I want to hear about another chick instead of you talking about me or pouring into me the way you supposed to? You talking about somebody else and you're not even pouring into me the way you supposed to? And you want me to care? You want to be like, oh yeah, babe, really? How is she? Oh, so she funny and smart? Wow. Oh my gosh. Are you kidding me? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. The love bombing phase, man, that phase is so strong. Especially when you're already a broken little girl or little boy on the inside already. When a narcissist gets hold of you and love up on you to the 10th power, especially in a way that nobody else ever has, the way that they mirror you and wants to give you everything that you've ever wanted and asked for in a person. Oh, that's how you like it? Oh, that's what you want? Oh, so your last one did what? All right, I ain't gonna do that. I'm gonna do the opposite of that so that I can pull you in. I gotta get you in here. Because once I get you in here, I know I got you. And I really know I got you once I get to the next phase, which is invalidating and degrading and devaluing you. And you still stick around? Hold up, I went and cheated on you. And you still let me come back? Hold up, I went and had that baby on you. And you still let me come back? Wait, I just gave you that STD and you still won't drop your drawers for me? Not only is that a super ego boost, oh snap, I'm that bull, I'm that girl, but it's also, reassurance that you ain't going nowhere. You belong to me. I don't want that for none of y'all. I really don't. So I hope that the information provided in this episode was very useful and valuable to you all. I'm going to end this episode here. I'd like to thank you all for joining and watching. Please like, subscribe, and share with anyone you know who's going through anything like this, any kind of toxic relationship. You may not think that the person is a full-blown narcissist, but if they have traits of it and it's still a toxic relationship, send this to them. Let them listen to it to see whether or not, dang, am I dating a narc? Or am I a narcissist? Because some people aren't aware. They just don't know. And I just want to put everybody in the know. Remember, you are guided, you are protected, and you are safe.